It's rare to find a horse with the precocity and raw ability to accumulate 5 wins at 2. Even rarer still for a young horse to do much of his winning in stakes class and then train on to be one of the best of his generation at 3. When such a horse is an athletic, strong, good-walking colt by a top-class sire, son of Danehill, he becomes a commercial breeder's dream. New to Coolmore for 2012, Zoffany is that horse. Undoubtedly the most precocious juvenile of his generation in Ireland, Zoffany made his debut over 1,200 metres at Leopardstown in mid-April. Giving an early demonstration of his speed, maturity and class, he scored in impressive fashion.
Zoffany on the outside, quickening up well now as they race inside the last 200 yards, and Zoffany has come through now to score for Johnny Murtagh.
Less than a month later, and over the same trip, he again looked head and shoulders above his rivals, producing a sharp turn of foot that was to become the hallmark of his best performances.
Zoffany and John Murtagh going to make it 2 out of 2 as racing up to the line. Zoffany wins it readily by 4 lengths.
Great head on him, great shoulder, great hind leg, great walker. He's great action. He's an absolute stunning individual.
Zoffany's first triumph in stakes company came in the listed Golden Fleece Stakes over 1,400 metres, where he had only to be ridden out with hands and heels to score in dominant style.
And Zoffany stretching on from Stentorian, Freeart and Sydney Harbour, running to the line. Zoffany and Shamie Heffernan win.
Sent off a short-priced favourite for the Group 3 Tyros Stakes, a race won in the past by champion juveniles Teofilo and New Approach, he once again made his rivals appear ordinary.
Running up towards the finish, Zoffany will score in good style for Johnny Murtagh, 1-2 for Aidan O'Brien.
He won over 7 furlongs a couple of times at 2 as well, but a lot of natural speed.
A fortnight later was the prestigious Phoenix Stakes at the Curragh, the first Group 1 of the year for juveniles in Europe. Yet again, Zoffany proved too good.
And racing inside the last 150 yards, strong suit with Zoffany going up between them and Glornamara, and Zoffany will come through to win it.
Quickened very well, and I think he quickened to beat strong suit, so he was very impressive that day, won very well on the line.
The Phoenix Stakes is the race which served to unearth top performer and now leading sire Danehill Dancer, a horse with whom Zoffany shares so many characteristics. Following this excellent effort, Zoffany was promoted to favourite in the anti-post betting for the 2,000 guineas. However, a setback in the spring saw him miss that intended engagement at Newmarket.
If you asked anyone to associate Zoffany with a single performance, it would be the second to Franklin St James's Palace.
Following a pipe opener at Leopardstown at the end of May, it was off to Royal Ascot to take on the mighty Frankel and a quality field of 3-year-old milers.
Acceleration coming out of the pack, followed then by Dabawi Golden further back to Braz, and Dream Ahead down the outside. He's starting to shorten stride, but he's still in front. It's Frankel by 3. Down the outside, Zoffany finishing fast, followed by Acceleration. It's Frankel now. He's starting to paddle. He's going up and down to the one spot, but he's held on. Frankel has won it. Zoffany in second, Acceleration in third.
He may not have won, but getting within a length of Henry Cecil's Superstar was something that no other horse managed all season.
And don't forget, he had very good horses in behind him, most notably Acceleration, who in any normal year would have been an undisputed miling champion.
Relaxed well and quickened well at the end, and the line just came a little bit too fast for him.
3 weeks later in the Group 1 Prix Jean Prat, he was just touched off in a photo.
In strong suit, digging deep here for Mutual Trust and Zoffany. Up towards the line, strong suit, Mutual Trust. Strong suit of Mutual Trust and Zoffany.
Probably the fastest and best-looking son of one of Europe's leading sires, Dan Silly, a proven Group 1 sire of sires, who's already made such a strong impression in Australia with the likes of Trick of Light, Hermit, Fortella and Soft Sand. Zoffany shares his broodmare sire Machiavellian with top-class young stallion Shamadal.
Dan Silly's a very good stallion, very precocious. His runners are they show yearly, and they've done it over all kinds of trips from 5 furlongs to 1.5 miles. And I'd say this fella is probably Dan Silly's best 2-year-old.
Bred on a similar Danehill Mr Prospect across to champion sire Flying Spur, Zoffany is certainly bred for the job. And just look at him walk, that same fluid action as the great Danehill and his son Danehill Dancer, that is so sought after in the sales ring. Zoffany. He's an equine masterpiece.